Don't show your toes. Hello, YouTube. I'm here with Elizabeth.
Hi guys.
Where are we, Elizabeth?
We're at the Amalfi Coast.
And we're making a video to answer some questions that we've been getting after we made the day in the life of a study abroad student at Italy. So let's start this off.
For me, the visa process, so I got my passport just for study abroad. So the visa process was a lot, especially right after getting my passport, because I had to get my passport and then turn around and start the visa process. Really, it's just a tedious process that takes time, and you have to get all like your materials and fill out all the forms correctly, because you can send in all your stuff and then it could get rejected because you don't write out like your full last name or your full middle name or something. It's very tedious, and you have to put and pay a lot of attention to what you're doing and filling out.
I say just be organized with it. Make sure you know when you have to do what. Make sure you look cute for your visa photo. Housing, there's various different types of housing that you can go into if you go through a study abroad program, and I feel like even if you go not through a study abroad program, there's residence halls, which is you go live in an apartment but you share it with different people. Like for example, I lived in a residence hall and I shared the apartment. I had my own room. My own room had a lock, so it was kind of like my house, but it was just a bedroom and a bathroom, and then the living area I shared with an Italian girl. There's also apartments, and then there's also host families. And
we're staying in host families, both of us. We're the only two in our program staying in host families.
The price difference varies. The residence hall is really expensive. It's like 700 euros, and then the apartments, I think they're like 500 euros.
It just depends, because you have to pay for your electric, your Wi-Fi, your, I don't know, all your utilities separately. So it depends on how much and how often you use your electronics and stuff.
And if you're going with a host family, I recommend you talk with them beforehand, like schedule like a Skype, Zoom, FaceTime, and like set down the expectations and what you want to get out of it, and so you know what the vibe is before you move in and you make sure you like them. And then for the apartments in Italy, they vary a little bit. There's no dryers. You have to hang dry your clothes. And the outlets are different. They're like the 3 holes or 2 holes.
2 or 3, yeah. So, breakfast here. So, whenever I first got here, that was one of the first questions my host siblings asked me. They asked me, what do you eat for breakfast? And I'm like, bacon, eggs, bacon, eggs, pancakes, biscuit, gravy. And they're like, oh, we eat sweets. And I'm like, oh, so they eat like cinnamon rolls. I don't know. No. It's like, I don't eat, they're literally cookies. They're delicious. Addicting. Delicious. But that difference it blew my mind. Like, I couldn't imagine.
I literally got mind blown by what you said before, because before I moved to Italy, my host mom was like, what do you eat for breakfast? And I was like, what any other person eats for breakfast, like eggs, cereal,
that was not a cultural
oatmeal, bananas.
That was not a cultural difference I was expecting. But it's kind of cool to see it and live with it firsthand. So
yeah, it's like croissants, pastries,
cookies, little bitty cookies, and
coffee, biscuits. Yeah, that's a big culture shock, the breakfast, because it's not like protein, like eggs.
They do have those things here though, like
they do.
To buy. But like my host family, we eat them for dinner. Like, we all eat like eggs and sausage for dinner.
We had omelets for dinner. Like I was like, oh, I love this breakfast.
Yeah. I'm like, breakfast for dinner.
Yeah, literally.
But I did make my host siblings try a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and they actually liked it.
For breakfast?
Yes, I made them that for breakfast. And my host sister said it was good, but she wouldn't be sad if she never had it again. She said she could live without it, so.
Another cultural difference that is really big in Italy is dinner.
It starts at 8 p.m.
It starts at 8 p.m.
Really not earlier.
Not earlier, usually later, maybe 8:30 sometimes. Sometimes the family will eat after 8:30, which I'm like starving by then. So like back home I eat at like 6.
Same. It takes a while for your body to adjust. I mean, you just gotta make it through. But they do aperitivos before, so it's like snacks and drinks at like 6:30, 7:30. So
Aperol spritz. It's like the
their
big
staple drink.
Yes.
Hey guys, so I am actually no longer in Amalfi and I am no longer with Elizabeth. I am now in the United States. We didn't get a chance to finish the video because I got really sick in Amalfi. I got bronchitis, so there was no chance to finish the video. So here I am by myself finishing the video. Don't show your toes. My friends, they were wearing their Birks outside in the city that we were living in, which was in northern Italy. I don't know how it is in southern Italy. I didn't get an opportunity to travel to the south of Italy. I stayed mainly in the north of Italy, but they told me that whenever they wore their Birks, they would always get stared at, and I heard that it's because people in Italy don't really wear flip-flops unless it's to go to the beach. So that's one fashion difference. Another one is that they don't really wear sweatpants unless it's at home. They just wear not really fancy clothes, but they just look very well put together, whether it be doing their makeup and wearing a very neat outfit, or whether it be wearing really big sunglasses if you're not wearing makeup, but still looking put together. People would usually wear their boots and they would wear neutral colors. I saw a lot of black, but yeah, people usually just wore really long coats and they just looked very put together. So, you know, keep the sweatpants for at home and bring your most elegant looking casual clothes, if that makes any sense. Everybody in Italy is more than willing to help you. More than willing to help you. People speak English, so don't be afraid to ask for help. I always asked for help when I was at the train station, or whether it was like ordering coffee or something. I always asked for help and everybody was more than willing to help. They weren't like mean because I was American or anything like that. That was a fear that I had, and that is a fear that a lot of people have, but don't worry about that at all. Also, people stare. And they will stare, and you will be stared at, and you just have to get used to it. They will stare at you whether you're American, whether you're Italian, no matter what. Italians love to look at each other. They love to just stare, and honestly, I'm an avid people watcher. I love to look at people, even in America, but like, you know, in America, when you go people watching, you just kind of look away when they catch you looking at them. But in Italy, they will stare and they won't get tired of staring at you even if you make eye contact with them. So just get used to that. Safety is not as bad as people made it seem. I don't know why everybody was freaking me out about safety. They were telling me that pickpocketers this, getting robbed this, that, blah, 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 blah. Italy was super safe. Thank God, nothing bad ever happened to me. I never got pickpocketed. I don't know if anybody in my study abroad group who got pickpocketed. I never heard anything about it. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Safety is not bad. I like bought this specific little like fanny pack purse kind of thing because everybody was freaking me out about how badly I was gonna get pickpocketed. And the first few weeks I was like holding on to my stuff like a crazy person. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get robbed. I never got robbed. It came to a point where I was like, whatever about my things, you know, because like I got used to it and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna get pickpocketed. Honestly, it's not as bad as everybody makes it seem. I mean, there's signs in the train station that are like, watch out for pickpocketers, but that I saw, I don't think I ever encountered a pickpocketer. Maybe I did and they just went through my stuff and didn't seem interested in any of it, but it's not as bad as people make it seem. It's not as bad as the forums make it seem. It's not as bad as your friends' parents are gonna tell you it is. It's not bad. So don't be worried. I mean, obviously practice basic street smartness skills. Be smart, be prepared, buy a fanny pack if you want to, or just get a purse that like zips and like clutch it against you, but don't freak out about it. This is a big thing that I always got asked about once I came back to the US. Europeans love to party, but basically the only difference is that the party in Italy, like the parties don't start until 12 a.m. In America, parties start at like 8 or 10 p.m., you know, somewhere in between there, and then they don't go all the way until 2 a.m. But bars in Italy, they go until 5 a.m. So partying here goes all the way until sunrise. So that is a difference from America. In my city, stores were divided. Like say Walmart, you can buy groceries there, you can buy clothes there, you can buy pharmacy things there. In Italy, at least in my city, everything was divided. If you needed to do a full errand day where you had to get something from the pharmacy, some clothes, some groceries, etc., some office supplies, you would have to go to different places. You would have to go to the papeleria if you want office supplies. Then you would have to go to the farmacia, which is the pharmacy, if you want to go get pharmacy things. Then you would have to go to the supermercato or supermercado, whatever, if you want a grocery shop, and then to the stores, like the clothing stores, H&M, whatever, if you want to get clothes. So they're very separated. You will not find a pharmacy within, say, a supermarket, at least not in my city. One of my favorite things about Italy is how everything is within walking distance. You can walk everywhere, you can bike everywhere. The cities are designed around walking. They're not designed around cars, which is something that I actually loved. But just be prepared to walk. Take your walking shoes, don't take your heels. Conveniency is a very American thing, and that goes for, you know, having a Walmart where everything is in there, and, you know, just having a 24/7 culture, and also groceries. Groceries will expire so fast. They will expire in the blink of an eye. In my opinion, that is a good thing because it means there's no preservatives and there's no fake stuff in there. But for a lot of people in my study abroad group, that was an issue. They were very irritated by it because they thought it was very inconvenient. So just know that your produce will expire very early. You should grocery shop not for the month, but for the week. You should expect to go to the grocery store weekly because your produce will expire very, very early. However, since your produce is so natural and so organic, it is going to be the most delicious food you will ever cook in your life. I bought a carton of eggs, and an egg still had a chicken feather on it because it was so organic and it tasted so good. I hate milk. I buy almond milk in America, but in Italy, the milk just tasted so smooth, so natural. Be prepared to go grocery shopping every week, but have the time of your life eating all of that natural, delicious food. Traveling is something that you will be doing a lot of Italy if it's something you're interested in, because it's so easy to do. Something that I envy about Italians is their public transportation system. It's so amazing. Their train connections, everything is so well done. They have so much pride in it. And honestly, I respect it. They maintain their trains so well. They are so clean. But yeah, trains are very easy to manage. All you need is to download the train apps and buy your ticket, such as Trainline, Trenitalia, etc. You buy your ticket on there, you pull up to the train station, and you get on your train. Always take your passport with you when you go traveling, even if it's to the city next door, because they do passport checks in Italy. And traveling with the European Union is basically traveling within states in Europe. It was my first time in Europe, so I did not know that. I thought that if I was going from Italy to France, I would get stamped on my passport. I was really looking forward to all the stamps that I was going to get on my passport. But since they're in the same, you know, union, they treat it like states, like you're traveling within states. You don't get a stamp if you're going to, you know, from California to New York. So yeah, that's another thing. They're very lenient with traveling within the European Union, so you won't be going through customs and all that. My biggest recommendation for traveling is to take a very comfy backpack with you, because your back is gonna kill you when you travel. Because, oh my gosh, I traveled with such a heavy Herschel backpack that I think I have permanent back damage at this point, or a permanent hunchback. It's horrible. Some advice for you guys: keep a journal. I can show you my journal right now. This right here is my Italy journal. All of this is filled with little knickknacks that I got in Italy, and these are all just my memories that I made in Italy that I wrote down. Take pictures, whether it be on a film camera, your phone, a digital camera. Pack light, because you will buy a lot of things in Italy. I had to leave a lot of things in Italy and donate them because I packed a little too much when I came to Italy. And don't be scared that you won't make friends, because you will. You can make friends, it's easy to make friends, so don't be scared about that. And travel as much as you can. You know, if you're from America, getting to Europe is really expensive, so take this time to travel. Use every weekend to travel as much as you can. Don't be scared to gain weight. You can gain it, ungain it, and work it all off and sweat it all off, so just enjoy the good cuisine while you have it there. Google Maps in Italy is better than Apple Maps, but those are pretty much all my things. So if you guys have any questions, just drop them down below in the comments and I will make sure to get to them. And if you're studying abroad in Italy or thinking about it, definitely do it. You will love it. The food is awesome. The culture is so rich. You will feel like you are in a movie 24/7. Everything just feels so elegant and the architecture is beautiful. You just feel like you're in a movie set the whole day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hopefully will see you guys later. Bye guys.